Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I thought that I would share with you this festive cut crease golden eyeshadow look with a red lip, and it's perfect for the Christmas holidays that are coming up, and it's going to be Christmas Day soon, so I thought that this would be a perfect look either if you're going to dress up for Christmas Day or if you've got a Christmas party to go to. So equally you could use it after Christmas for like maybe a New Year's Eve party or something. It's just a very festive look, so I wanted to share it with you. And I'm all snuggly in my Christmas jumper, so I thought that I would do a makeup look that goes quite nice with it. I really wanted to wear it, so I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like quickly. This is just what the jumper looks like. It's so sweet, and it just says Sleigh Bells Bling on there. It's so sweet, and I really love it. I'm just wearing it with my little joggers at the moment. I'm just sort of lounging around, but I thought that I'd film this video for you guys. So don't forget to hit that little bell button down below on my channel page or below the video, so you have notifications when I upload, and that way you will not miss any future uploads. So yeah, I really hope that you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, please do give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and there will be buttons to that linked later on in the video, or you can click the subscribe button down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
So first of all, I'm going to begin my makeup by applying the new Magic BB Cream by L'Oreal Paris, and to apply this I'm just going to be taking a really light fluffy brush, and you only need a small amount of this product as it tends to go a really long way, and it's a kind of cream but it does transform into a foundation once it's contacted with the skin. So I do like to blend it out, and the colour is quite pigmented as well, and at times throughout this video it does look a little bit too dark, but I think that's just where the camera's picking it up. But in person it's the perfect colour match, so you have to just bear with me if it looks a little bit too dark. So I just wanted to further blend out this BB cream with a nice kabuki brush, so I'm just removing any streaks that might be on the face here for a nice dewy finish. So I did go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. I skipped this step because you guys have seen me do this so many times before. So I'm just tidying up underneath the eyebrow with a small concealer brush using the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15. So all I did was drag this down and blend it out, and then I'm taking the Morphe M330 crease brush and I'm applying the shade Strange from the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay all over the lid just to set this concealer in place for a nice matte finish, and it is very close to my natural skin colour as well, so it's just going to help really buff that base out and matte it out so we can start applying some deeper shades, and it's going to be more visible and more pigmented. So I'm doing exactly the same thing on the other eye, and I absolutely love this blush for application. It's amazing, and I just don't know where I'd be without it, so I'm just packing that colour on there, and then we can start to basically layer up the shades. Then moving on to the Naked Smoky palette, also by Urban Decay, I'm applying the shade Combust into the crease on both eyes. I'm doing exactly the same thing on both eyes, and this is with the same brush. You just really want to blend it in there, and this isn't much darker than the first shade, but it's just going to help to layer up. And then we are going to be taking the shade Whiskey and doing the same thing, applying that in both of the creases. And this look is all about layering and perseverance, and you will notice throughout this video I do keep going back in with the eye makeup and touching it up to make sure that everything is as deep and precise and sharp as you want it to be. It is really all about personal preference, but where this is going to be a cut crease look, you'll see what I mean a little bit later on about going back and forth, but that is what makes good eye makeup look quite eye-catching. It's just about timing, and you just got to take your time with it and try not to rush and just keep applying little but often and not too much on there, because it is easier to apply more product than it is to take it off. So you just want to be careful where you're putting your products, especially if they are really pigmented like these palettes are, and Urban Decay always has such gorgeous palettes to work with. So I figured I would use both of these ones today in this tutorial and just really blend it into the crease so we can get that desired look. So now I'm taking this flat brush and I'm going to be applying the same concealer that we used earlier to basically sharpen our eyebrows. So I'm going to be taking this one and using it to draw a line between the crease and the eyelid. And what this is going to do is create a really matte and light base. So when we apply our shades later on, this is going to be really pigmented and help them stand out and stick on the eye. So it's also going to help with lasting throughout the day. So using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, I just took the shade Trick and I'm using the brush that comes within the palette, and I'm using the more smaller side just to literally dab this on, and I'm going to use the concealer that we've just applied as a bit of a guideline. So I'm not going to take it any further, and we're going to work between the eye crease and the eyelid as two separate things today. So this is what is making the look a cut crease look. So yeah, we're just going to pack that on and try not to rub it on, it's more of a pat, and yeah, just going to really pack that onto the lid for maximum colour. So at this stage the eye should be looking a little bit like this, and you can start to see a bit of a definition between the two parts of the eye makeup. And then going back in with the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, going to be taking the shade Password and using the smaller edge of the brush that comes within the palette itself and working that colour into the eye crease. And this is more about defining the two parts of the eye, and the look will start to come together from this point. So I did decide to top up the shade Trick from the Naked 3 palette with that flat eye brush again, which we were using earlier, just to really define the two parts. And like I said earlier, this look is about going back and forth, and I do keep topping up the shades to make sure that they're really obvious and defined, and make sure that the whole look pops when it's finished. So I'm doing exactly the same on the other eye, putting Password in the eye crease and then topping up Trick, which is on the eyelid. So next I'm going to be taking the shade Password and using this to really define between the eye crease and the eyelid itself. And this is kind of the basis of the whole cut crease makeup look. So this step is, in my opinion, is pretty essential. So I'm just taking my time to really blend this in and put it exactly where I want it, because it's so much easier to apply product little and often rather than trying to take it away because you've applied too much. So especially if you're fairly new to eye makeup, or you're not very confident with blending out loads of different shades or whatever the case may be, I would just say less is definitely more, and try to build it up as you go along, because it's so much easier to add than it is to take away, and you don't want to be wasting time and having to start all over again, especially if you are going to be using this for a party or whatever. You just want to be able to get ready and that's it. So yeah, I'm basically doing the same thing on the other eye. Just take your time with it. And once I've finished this, I'm going to be taking the Glow Pop highlighter by Topshop in the shade Polish, and I'm just applying this to the base of my eyelid, and I'm not going to take it past the crease itself. And this is going to kind of act as a glue, so when we apply our next shade onto the eye, it's really going to help things last throughout the night or throughout the party or throughout the day, whenever it is you're going to wear your makeup look. And yeah, it's just going to really help things last and become more pigmented, and it's a good base to use. So I'm just blending this in with my finger, and do exactly the same thing on the other eye. And then over this I'm going to reapply the shade Trick from the Naked 3 palette, just to really make that golden shade pop, and that is going to be the central focus of the look and really define the line between the eye crease and the eyelid itself. And that is pretty much that part of the makeup done. And next I'm going to be taking the shade Whiskey, and I'm going to be applying this directly underneath the eyes with the smaller edged brush which comes with the Smoky palette. And we're just going to basically buff this into the skin under the waterline, which when we put our mascara on, it's going to really bring the whole look together. And then afterwards we're going to go and use the same palette. I'm going to be taking the shade High with the thicker side of the brush and apply this in the tear ducts and drag it up into the crease for a more festive look. And it is very glittery, and you'll see that in a little bit when the light hits and when I zoom in later on. So at this point, if you're following the tutorial step by step, the makeup should be looking a little something like this. And then I'm going to be applying blush today, and usually I don't, but I figured this look could do with a little brightening up and a little bit of warmth in there. So I'm using this Trio 1 by Rimmel London, and just to apply it in the right place, I'm just smiling gently and applying it to the apples of my cheeks. And then for lips, I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Chicory, and this is a gorgeous red cherry kind of shade, and it's perfect for the festive season. And I actually forgot that I had this, so I was so happy when I found this, and it just gave me total inspiration for this video. So I'm just gonna fill my lips in with this, and I'm also lining it with the same product. And you could leave it there, or you could apply a gloss over the top, or maybe another lipstick if you want to do an ombre sort of effect, but I just left it there because I absolutely love the texture and the shade of this colour, and I just think it looks amazing when it's done. So I'm just literally filling it in, and this is pretty much the finished look. I just need to curl my eyelashes, and the next thing you will see is the finished makeup look. So if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and please do leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or if there's any video suggestions you'd like me to consider when I'm filming. And yeah, I really hope you did enjoy it, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.